Hey everybody, welcome. Great to see you all. I'm doing an evening stream. I'm Stefan, and this is the White Dog Tarot for everybody new. My show is completely free to all, and every show we have live chat questions. They are donation based, it's pay what you can. And when I'm not mobile streaming, we have a live call show. If anyone would ever like to call on the show for a free reading or to talk. Um, and it's so great to see everyone. I took I took yesterday off. I needed like a recharge day. So, hey Christina, hey Lisa. But it's so great to see everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. I didn't realize how tired I've been. I slept like 10 hours last night, and I didn't wake up once. It was amazing. Christina, how are you? Hi, Yvette. So good to see everyone. Just all right. Why just all right? I can understand that. Hey guys, we all have we all have off days. You know what happens. Christina, you said finances are not so good, wondering when they will get better. I completely understand that. I completely get that. We've all been there, you know. If it helps, something that I've really had to learn and work through, really just in faith um and trust that I was, following my intuition this year, has been starting this show for free, you know. It was definitely scary. I really made the choice um to walk away from like a very stable career that I that I hated, um to do this for free. um and you know I do understand what it's like to be stressed about finances for sure. Sometimes you just have to know and believe that if you're doing the right thing, it's going to work out for you. And a lot of times we forget that things aren't always as bad as they seem. um hey Arisha. Christina, how long have I been doing this? I started this show in February. I had my first, that's when I started the channel, or February 31st. Yeah. And it was scary as hell because believe it or not, I started learning tarot in January. Yvette, hold that thought. We're going to get to it. But Christina, I do know. I do understand. Um, the most important thing is that you're checking in and asking yourself if you're doing what you need to do to improve your situation. Hey, Amanda. Amanda, I have a question. How bad did that septum ring hurt? You're very pretty, by the way. All right, let's pull some cards, and then we're gonna do Christina, and then Yvette. And guys, on the note of money, please feel free to donate to my show. I don't ask a lot because, you know, I really started the show with the intention of trying to help other people freely, you know, and I know that sometimes when we are like in need of help, a lot of times those are the times when things are not going great, you know, financially, and we don't have extra money. But with that said, your donations mean so much to me. And whether it's a little bit or a lot, whether it's $1 or 100, it really means a lot to me. And there's a couple ways to donate in my video description. I have a couple links to donate. Soon, you guys will just be able to super chat. So I'm almost at the milestone. I'm getting there. Takes a lot of watch hours. I think YouTube requires 3,000 verified watch hours, which is a lot more than you think. So that's a lot of people watching, and I'm almost there. And I do recognize that I could cut corners. You know, if I posted all signs, you versus them, and the person on your mind, general readings, I know I would get there quicker, but I made a conscious choice, really, I'd say like 4 months ago, that I did not want to put out content that was the same as everybody else's in the tarot community. And I don't mean a slight to anybody, of course, but, you know, a part of me wonders if those really help people sometimes. I mean, I've certainly felt helped, but, you know, I've also found myself before I started learning tarot wondering, like, you know, we want every message to be about us, to be for us, and it's just not the case. So sometimes I think it can be very confusing, and kind of throw us off course a little bit. So, hey, Marianne. I'm so sorry, Marianne. I was vibing. Of course you get a hello. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry. It was very ungentlemanly. Hi, Namira. But yeah, thank you guys all. And on the note of donations, Namira is one of my top patrons. She's so sweet. Christina, and then we're going to do Yvette. Christina, what's going on with work more specifically? Because I can pull cards, but a lot of times, you know, it helps for us to connect what we're trying to do and where we're at with the cards. Because if I just tell you things are going to get better, they very well can and will, I believe, but a lot of times we want to make that connection, you know. No, it's okay, Marianne. Okay. Hey, Diana, I'm doing great. All right, Christina, talk to us. Let us know what's going on. Okay, Christina says, well, I work for a content creator and he's not paying you right now because he's not making it himself. That is what he said to me. And I'm trying to work with this business owner, but he's not ready. Okay. All right. Well, that's really, I mean, that's really nice of you to do that for, I don't know what kind of content creator you're working for. I hope he appreciates what you're doing, and I hope you believe in what he's doing. I'm going to actually start there, aside from tarot. Do you wholeheartedly believe in him and what he's doing, what he's putting out, is it something that you feel connected to? Because if in any way you don't, that might be the universe telling you, okay, let's see. What kind of work do you do, Christina? What kind of work do you do for his content? Okay. And guys, please hit the like button. You get him interviews, sponsorships. I create fan pages for his channel. Wow. I could use you, Christina. I'll tell you. All right. Okay. All right, Christina, take a deep breath for me. How is this gonna go with this content creator? Well, I do interview very well, so. You know what? I just had an idea, Christina, about this, because, I mean, to me, I'm a tarot reader, but I would call myself a problem solver before any divination title, and I always have been, and I've been very successful at it. You know, I used to manage a lot of people at my previous jobs, like my old life, like suit and tie. Have you considered branching out and not just looking to do this for one person? Like, if you have a skill that you actually know is valuable, why don't you invest in putting yourself out there to lots of people, reaching out to people, letting them know how you can help grow their content business? And Christina, can I make a suggestion? And it's just purely from like a business model standpoint. I'm always in favor of a good gentleman's handshake agreement when it comes to business, but sometimes that can work against us unless you are so tight with somebody where it's beyond any reasonable doubt that anything could go left or right. Maybe it's time to revisit some kind of like contract or something formal that you can put together for this content creator. Just one, to protect yourself, and two, so you don't end up working indefinitely for free because he's not making money, or he just doesn't want to pay you for your hard-earned work. And it doesn't have to be anything that crazy. You can actually kind of look up online pretty generic, like, I guess, contracts as like a platform, or even ChatGPT, you can ask to write you one. Doesn't have to be that crazy, but it just has some stipulations about like when you expect to be paid, at what mile marker. And that way you have something concrete to protect yourself. I would actually recommend you do that immediately with this guy, because a lot of people, unfortunately, may not always be honorable when it comes to money. And if he starts to make money, he would have to be a man of impeccable character to really start paying you before he pays himself for your hard work. So that would be business savvy Stefan giving you advice. And I also think it would be good for you. It puts a value to you. You had an oral contract. Yeah, you had a gentleman's handshake agreement, as I like to call it. And right, and you haven't gotten paid in 3 months. So, um, I think you should stop working with him and revisit some terms officially that he signs. And I think you should really branch out and reach out to other growing content creators. You know, if you have a good eye for potential and you can actually really create something like a plan that you can show somebody of how you can help grow their business. I think there's a lot of content creators who just don't even really think about stuff like that, who are just kind of starting off. That if maybe you scouted and reached out to, that you saw potential in, you could really start something for yourself. So don't just stop at one person. And you know what? I hate to say this, a lot of times in business, we learn from our mistakes. We all do. It's part of getting better. Do you know what I mean? So we'll pull cards, but you might just have to chalk this up to a coachable moment for yourself moving forward when it comes to, you know, handshake agreements with people. Okay. I think terms are always good because then you have something legal to protect your assets and your time. It's easy to do, and I don't think it's like, I don't think that's out of pocket at all for you to do. You know, I don't think it's rude. I mean, you're helping this guy for free. So, um okay. See, a lot of times we don't need tarot. Christina, I don't see any way, and I'm going to call this an intuitive message. I don't see any possible timeline or way where if you don't immediately start, where if you immediately start implementing those little changes, getting something in writing that seems fair for growing businesses, but also protects you, and using those skills to like find other clients, even if it's just small, you know, I don't see any way how your money wouldn't start to improve. Wouldn't you agree? Yvette said she does free work in order to build confidence, but you're not going for contracts. Yeah. Well, guys, you know my motto. I mean, a good tell of whether or not something's truly meant for you and if you love it is if you love it enough to do it for free. Case in point, I've been doing this for free since February, you know? I mean, you guys are very generous with your donations, and I'm very grateful. And I get a lot of private readings. And I also do a lot of events off YouTube, but yeah. There's actually a really good interview. I know a lot of you don't know what NPR is, who don't live in the States. I actually listened to it 10 years ago, and they had this guy on, and he was actually talking about the idea of working for free and how it actually creates abundance. I thought it was really quite interesting. It stuck with me. All right, Christina, let's see. So if Christina was to follow and implement this new plan, and Christina, don't be afraid of, I know it might be a little bit new to you to take some time to research getting something like put together like a basic contract. It's easier than you think. Take your time, and it's fun. You know, this is you growing your business. So don't feel intimidated to take the time. And it's a lot easier than you think, trust me, especially with tech now and AI. All right, so if Christina was to pursue this new small change in her business strategy, what does that look like? All right, Christina, I think we should just call it right here. I mean, damn, you wanna know if your finances are gonna improve? I got the Empress and I got the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, that's like the holy grail of money, abundance, long-term, stable success. That's amazing. The Empress in a financial context, the Empress is the most abundant court card. She literally is the embodiment of growth, fertility. It's also the embodiment of new ideas, birthing a new idea, which I find very fortuitous to have that come out for you. She is abundance. She is the embodiment of abundance. Everything financial, like life itself. She's all the queens. I mean, growth, accomplishment, fertility for ideas, money. And then, of course, Ten of Pentacles, that is wealth, financial security, long-term success, legacy. But just remember, Christina, tarot shows us access and what is available to us in certain paths should we choose to take action on them. It's not a guarantee, and it's not a miracle pill. I've seen it do, I mean, I've seen tarot confirm some miraculous things for me. But just remember, what this is telling me is clearly there needs to be a little bit of a change. When we're feeling super stagnant, that's the universe telling us we might need to make a little change or a big change. And I will tell you, the suggestion that I passed on to you before I pulled cards, it's Stefan advice, but as I always try to do, I make sure to always try to tie it into something intuitive that I'm feeling, okay? Something more grounded and practical, connected to my intuition. And I think we got a really good confirmation on that. So, start tonight, start tomorrow, put the time in, make little adjustments to protect yourself, so you don't have to keep your fingers crossed that somebody's going to do the right thing, because 3 months is a little excessive, especially if it's under the pretense that you guys had an arrangement for you to get paid, okay? I would stop doing work and create some, and again, I don't know what kind of metrics you can use, but that's something that you can look up, like what levels of success or views or whatever is going to be a marker for you to start getting paid out. You know, I think it's really a great idea. I think it's an awesome business model, actually. You take content creators who are trying to like expand, who might not be super successful, and it's like you're investing in promising businesses. I love that idea. You're kind of starting in like a goodwill platform of trying to invest for free at a goodwill for creators who have promise. But at that point, you need to make sure you're doing it on like a business model basis of like a contract, expectations of getting paid out. It's also a good way to make passive income if you do it right, long term. So those are some things you can think about or maybe research. So it looks great. And I know you'd be happy to impart some free will on me. Any way you think you can help, I'm always all ears, and you can message me on Instagram. You're welcome. Okay, good message. Okay, Yvette, are you still here? Hold on, sorry guys. Okay. Ooh, sorry, hold on, my light fell. Okay. Okay, Yvette, what's on your mind? And guys, please hit the thumbs up button. And again, please feel free to donate to the show. I'm very grateful, and it really helps my show. It's what keeps my show going. So there's a couple links in my video description to donate. I think I have PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Okay. A card pull on losing a friend due to personal grief. I'm sorry. They recently lost a parent. And you lost a friend because of it? I don't understand. So you two became separated? Christina, can you donate to Ask Another? Of course. And thank you. That means a lot to me. You can absolutely donate. I'll see it come through on my feed. Yeah, if you just click the top right of my live stream, the three dots. If you go to description, there's links to donate. I'm really sorry though about your friend. I don't think I'm understanding the question though, Yvette. I don't think I'm understanding the question. Like you lost her as a friend? I mean, if it was sudden, maybe she just needs some time to herself. Does it seem false? I don't follow you. Yvette, I don't understand. Try to give me like a full sentence. So you and your friend have stopped talking? Like you're not on good terms? Hey, by the way, guys, that card shuffle, I've never been able to do that in my life. One day last week, I just woke up and suddenly I was able to do it. Must have been a spiritual download. She invited you to the funeral. Or was it something else? Yvette, can I ask you a question? Do you really think you need tarot for this? This seems very complex. Yeah. You know, Yvette, sometimes people just grow apart. Sometimes if we take a second, we can clearly identify maybe what happened, if there was a specific reason, without kind of overthinking it too much. And if she lost somebody recently, maybe she's just taking some time away. You know, a lot of times grief can make people do strange things, and everybody kind of goes through different processes. You know, it might not be the best thing to do to, and again, don't take this the wrong way, to make this about you. You know, maybe just, I mean, she clearly knows that you're there for her. You know what I mean? I mean, I would imagine that you made that known, like, hey, I'm here for you if you need me. That's enough. That's enough. Um, I would, Yvette, if, I mean, I feel like I've gotten to know you pretty well. And with that said, if you haven't done anything to her and you've been there for her, that's what you need to know. Sometimes it has nothing to do with you, okay? Yeah. Well, imagine how she's feeling. You said you feel a bit sad. Imagine how she's feeling. She's probably really going through it, you know? Um, like I had a friend. It was actually, I think this happened, give or take, when we were your age. You said you're around 29, 28. His mom died. And I mean, I hope this isn't happening to your friend. He really went off the deep end for a little bit. Like, I stopped seeing him. I mean, he's really started aggressively abusing drugs, and I hope that's not the case. But, you know, people really go through stuff. I think you're overthinking this, you know? I think, again, you let her know that you're there for her, and maybe just respect what she's going through and not overthink it. It's a big deal to lose a parent. So, um, I would doubt that it's about you, and maybe try to get some perspective and see that what she's going through. So, let's pull a card. What's your friend's name? Hey, Anjali. Well, just make sure she knows that you love her. Oh, Christina, thank you so much for that donation, by the way. That was really generous. Thank you. You'll be next. I always put donators to the top of the list. Hey, Zay. Tisha, okay. Give me a second, Yvette. And then we'll go back to Christina. How does Tisha? 1 second, guys. Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. The light's feeling a little lightheaded today? Okay. How does Tisha feel? She's struggling. She's struggling right now. Sorry, guys. Okay. Over her mom. Did her mom pass away? Who passed away? She's really going through, she's heartbroken right now. How does she feel about Yvette? Her dad? Okay. How does she feel about Yvette? Yvette, take a chill pill, all right? This is how she feels about you, all right? You guys are good, all right? You know what will fuck up your friendship? And again, please don't take this the wrong way, all right? If we make other people's pain that they're going through, we make it about us, okay? That's a quick way to piss people off. Like, hey, I feel like I haven't really seen you. Are you mad at me? She's going to be like, no, my dad just died. So you let her know that you're there for her. You send her a message, hey, I love you. You know I'm here for you if you need anything. I know I haven't been seeing you a lot lately. I just want you to know that I'm thinking of you and I'm here for you. That's it, okay? That's it. That's all you have to say. Just a heartfelt, genuine message like that to your friend. You know, I just want to let you know, I love you. I'm thinking of you. I just wanted to say that because I haven't seen you that much lately. I know you're probably going through it. I'm here for you if you need anything. And, you know, I hope I get to see you soon. That's it. Okay? That's it. I mean, damn. This is like the best friend card, Yvette. This is like childhood friends. And with the High Priestess, you know. You guys, you know. All right? Sorry. Let me fix my light here. Okay. All right. There is a chance that's going to break again. All right. Oh, thank you for the donation, Zay. Okay. You're welcome, Yvette. You're welcome. Okay. Oh, I have it, it's like a suction, and it's not holding up very well. I really need a proper light for streaming. All right, Christina. Okay, Jesse is being kind of distant. I think it's because he rebranded. Because he rebranded his YouTube channel and is busy with his second job. So I just want to ask what you get when it comes to him and me. Okay. Like it and hope for the best. Sure, Christina, let's see. Is this your boyfriend? Okay. Christina, have you communicated that with him? Oof. Not technically no label. So you guys have a situationship. I don't like those. Let's see what's going on. All right, Christina. I'm gonna share this with you. And I hate saying this, but this is gonna be a hard truth. Okay? Technically, when you're not in a relationship, and again, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I love you, and I've been there. But when you have something with no label, like a situationship, when you're not in a relationship, that basically means that there's no expectation for like time invested. Like, if you feel like he's being distant, I don't know, maybe he's allowed to be, or he feels like he's entitled to be. It's confusing. Okay. Well, let's see what's happening. I don't know how long it's just been friends. And are you sleeping with him? Have you slept with him yet? Because then it's not just friends. Have you slept with him yet? Okay. You haven't? Good. Okay. Well, I'm proud of you for that. That's good. Got to make him work for it a little bit. All right. All right. Spirit, tell me, what's the shared energy? That's shared energy? That's terrible. His feelings or his energy on the left. Hers. How does he feel? What does he really want? Why does he feel that? What's the problem? Yeah, you guys have really shitty communication. All right, we knew that was going to happen. I'm going to stop messing with it. Listen, you guys have bad communication, straight up. You know that. It's not great. That's the biggest problem right now. Hold on. By far. Okay. That's the issue. He's struggling. He's going through some stuff right now. He feels like he's got a lot on his plate. I think he wants a relationship eventually. He doesn't seem like he's in a good headspace, though. Like, truthfully. Why are these his feelings? Is he sleeping with anybody else? Or is he dealing with anyone else? No, okay. Wait, hold on. He sees you as a friend, for sure. That's coming through. Yeah. You know what, Christina? Okay. This is the advice I have for you on this. And I think we kind of looked at this later or before. I do remember it. It sounds like if I'm recalling correctly when we pulled cards on it, it sounds like this guy doesn't have his shit together really, and he knows that. So and that can take time. Ask yourself if you really want to wait and invest in this. Truthfully. Like, are you okay with his situation? Because it seems like yeah. Seems like he's not very stable, and that doesn't necessarily matter to me, financially stable. So it seems like you're at the point where you actually have real feelings for him, and you don't want to just be friends if you're asking about it. And with the issue being communication, I think it's time you just have that conversation with him, truthfully. Just communicate with him. Let him know how you feel. Ask him what he wants to do, if he's ready to maybe try to make this a relationship or not. You know, I think you're ready. And, you know, I can't promise you're going to get the answer that you want, but he does think highly of you. His intentions are to, like, be married eventually, like, but he's going through some stuff on his own. That's probably why he's distant. I mean, Ten of Wands came out for his current overall energy. Yours was the Tower. And the shared energy was Eight of Swords. So, but I mean, I asked what the problem is, and I got the Eight of Wands. It's just communicating. So, ooh, my ear's ringing. You're not, okay, you said you just didn't want to seem pushy. You know, we have the same goals. Okay. Christina, there's a time where we can be pushy, or it can come off that way. And it's like being needy. But there's also a time where it's just not pushy. It's you just being clear with yourself about what you want and expressing that to somebody, so you're not stuck in the gray zone. Do you know what I mean? That's not pushy. That's you saying, like, hey, listen, I know we're just trying to see where this goes. I'm realizing I think I'm ready for a relationship right now. And I could see myself starting to maybe feel uncomfortable. It might make me feel a little bit uncertain the longer we stay in this, like, this energy. Again, it's just you being real with yourself and being real with him. And I mean, I share a lot of people don't feel comfortable or know how to approach conversations like this, but it's a lot easier than you think. It's really just being honest. You know, we don't need to think too much about how to, like, what angle to play or how to say it. You just be honest. Like, hey, you know what? Like, I'm realizing I think I am ready for a relationship, and if you're not, that's okay. But because if you stay in this middle area too long, it starts to feel unhealthy, and it can give you anxiety. So just be clear about it. You either jump in with them, and really go for it, or you don't. So, because I will tell you, stuff like this, and again, I know you haven't slept with him yet, but like these weird, like, uncomfortable gray area situationships with people that we put ourselves in. And again, it's great that you want to get to know him, like create a friendship first, but there's always a point where it's just starts to get a little stagnant. You know what putting yourself in this long term will do, like in this energy? It'll start to affect your creativity and your productivity and your confidence in yourself with, like, work, being proactive with work, because you're going to be so preoccupied with, oh, I haven't heard from him. What's going, you know what I mean? That's not good. When a situation with somebody, like, consistently starts to create, like, issues within us, like in other areas of our life that are, like, not normal, that's the strongest into, like, part of our intuition telling us we need to do something different. Okay. And I've been there, trust me. I mean, I've dated more than one extremely, like, emotionally unavailable, um kind of like deceptive people, and it takes up so much, like, just of your energy having to constantly think about stuff like that. So I'm not saying relationships should be easy, but the longer you get to know someone, you should feel more sure, not less certain. You know, there's always going to be things to work through, but you shouldn't feel more and more confused about where you stand with somebody the longer you spend with them. And that's just a fucking fact. So, so that's an easy thing to solve, you know? So it seems like you got a lot to do this week, and I think it's all going to go great for you. Just be confident in yourself doing this stuff. And just remember, you're in control. You're in control of your finances improving. It's always what we put into stuff. And what I would tell you with your money again, like maybe expanding on just working with this one person, kind of putting some things in place to protect yourself financially when it comes to, like, investing time in. I want you to think about what it would feel like in, like, a year to actually start seeing returns on, let's say, like 5 different clients that you have. Think about how good that would feel to know you did that all by yourself. Yeah, Marianne, that's great. Yeah, that's always what it's about. It's about expressing where we think we're at, what we're looking for, and in turn asking if that's something that someone else wants too. But I mean, it's totally reasonable to be like, hey, you know, I'm starting to feel this way because, you know, I'm starting to feel a little bit anxious and like um, uncertain the longer we kind of stay in this whatever this situation, because it makes me feel like I don't know where it's going, whatever it is. So, and thank you for the donation, Christina. And if you have any ideas um, for my YouTube channel, I always honor my gentleman's handshake agreements with people. Honor permits it. So, oh, hey, Todd. You said you just joined and listened to this and it resonated? That's great, man. I'm happy to hear that. And it's nice to meet you, man. I'm Stefan. Well, you know, my hope is that, you know, um, any perspective I give someone on this show can resonate with everyone. You know, I truly believe that. I mean, we really all go through the same shit in life, truly. You know, I started this show, if only just to kind of remind us of that. Doesn't really matter where we are. We all kind of struggle and deal with the same stuff in life, like questions about our identity, who we are, what makes us happy, like dealing with, you know, grief, loss, dealing with shitty people who break our trust and hurt us and trying to like rebuild ourselves from that, you know? So, I mean, damn, guys, an epiphany that I had pretty soon after starting the show is really understanding that tarot should always be a secondary tool. It shouldn't be the first thing we use, because a lot of times we have all the answers, or a lot of times we can work through and talk through figuring out, you know, a really generally pretty straightforward like solution to something that's bothering us, whether us being confused about how somebody feels about us, um, you know, how we can explore um, like our creativity. So, oh, Todd, yeah, I remember you, the dude from Maine, of course. Good to see you back. Sure, Amanda, I'd love to do a reading for you. Amanda, you said you had surgery? I saw on your Instagram profile from a horse. Did I just make that up, or did I remember that correctly? Guys, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button, and if you're kind enough, please feel free to donate to the show. My show runs on your donations. Damn, spine surgery for scoliosis. That's crazy. Wow. I mean, I've heard of scoliosis. I don't think I've heard of anyone getting surgery for it. Mm. Well, Amanda, it's a good thing that you didn't have that surgery in the States, you'd have to refinance your house to pay for it with our healthcare system here. Thanks, Todd. Hope you're doing good, man. All right, Amanda, what's on your mind? You said a general would fit, but you have a lot on your mind. Well, let's get to it, girl. We don't no. Generals are boring. What's on your mind the most right now? That's what we should be looking at. I'm going to see what your present energy is, though, okay? What's the overall energy influencing Amanda? Okay, Amanda says, Amanda from Finland says, I have a friend very close, and you're curious about his true feelings towards you and his true intentions. He is a very good friend, but forbidden fruit. Okay. Why is it forbidden fruit? Is he in a relationship? What's the overall? Interesting energy. You have very interesting energy right now. The overall energy influencing you is Justice and the Emperor. I mean, this is about balance, things going in your favor, something legal, taking action. Okay. Hey, Samantha. All right. Well, all right, Amanda. I'm glad that you didn't tell me he was in a relationship, because I would have yelled at you, but you knew that already. What's this guy's name? Oh, he's like, got it. I think I understand what you're about to say. Puffet. Why do you guys all use aliases as though the person you're asking about somehow watches my show? I mean, I'm all about anonymity, but I mean, I'm not asking, I never ask for the people's social security number and address. All right. Samantha, sure. I'm doing a reading for Amanda, but I'd love to get you in line. And it's great to see you. Okay. Spirit. How does Buffett feel? What are his true feelings for Amanda? One more. What about? Okay. It's pretty straightforward. How does he see the connection? Oh, God. I just got chills. All right. Samantha, sorry, just hold that thought, okay? I generally can't read the next question while I'm on a reading. What's the hold up? What's the issue? What's the issue? Damn. Amanda, this is such a straightforward message. I mean, I'm pretty sure any of you, if you didn't read tarot, could probably figure this out at like pretty quickly if you look long enough. His feelings about you. I got the Magician, followed by the Eight of Wands, followed by the Two of Cups. I mean, he'd really like to manifest some or create some movement in your connection. He's also, I think, on some level, hoping that you reach out to him. Or he's trying to muster like the confidence to reach out to you. This is a card of friendship too, funny enough. It's not just relationships. It's two people who really value each other. Friendships, new connection. I mean, it's not the Ten of Cups, which is good. I mean, if I saw this for his feelings, if I saw the Lovers as his feelings, that might actually be a little bit of like I don't want to say a red flag, but like, you don't want to see somebody that you've never even been romantic with, like showing up that their energy is Ten of Cups for you. It's cute, it's new, it's fitting, it's like a new connection built on friendship. So definitely has feelings for you. Two of Cups, or the Lovers, Three of Pentacles. Clearly there's some other people involved in this dynamic. That could be complicating it. Damn, this is a strong connection, though. Definitely a lot of sexual energy between the two of you. That's for sure. You said that's the complicated part. Others? All right, Amanda. That should be the part that's not complicated, okay? Life is too fucking short to let how other people like feel about you being with someone get in the way, okay? That pisses me off so bad. I'm just grateful that I don't have dynamics like that in my life where there's like people around me that in any way get to like influence my choices with who I want to be with. Like, it can't be about that, because if it is, that means that what's holding you back is how other people see you. I'm not calling you shallow, but more broadly speaking, that is absolutely fucking superficial and a shallow way to make choices, how other people are going to feel. Now, again, if there's something like just kind of bad form about, like, I don't know, I'm not going to make any assumptions, but like if there's something that's just not okay about it, I mean, you called it forbidden fruit. I don't know what that means. Like if it's just like a friend of somebody that you dated already, who the fuck cares? Do you know what I mean? Like if this is like a friend of someone you dated, that's bullshit. You know why? Because the last person you dated chose to separate from you. He made the choice that he doesn't want to be with you anymore. That guy doesn't get to fucking put a stamp that anybody that he's friends with or knows can somehow not be involved with you. That's not how it works, okay? He chose to not be with you, if that's what I'm picking up on. So, if you two are both single, who cares what they think? And I would tell you not to, like, I mean, I hate keeping secrets. I think it's like corrosive and like noxious to keep secrets from people. But obviously there's a real connection here and real feelings. And now I'm understanding why this is the overall energy for you. I think you need to just go for it. All right? Just go for it. And you know what? If you have to be worried about what somebody in your circle or group thinks or feels about you doing something that feels right to you, I'm going to tell you right now, Amanda, that's not a real fucking friend. That's a fucking fake friend that is completely disposable and won't be around for the long haul, okay? And that's just a fact. So anybody who's going to like start gossiping or talking shit about you for a choice you make is not your friend, and you shouldn't care about what that person thinks. So your ex-partner is this person's friend, but also that doesn't affect my choices. The complex part is regarding my mutual friend who has a complicated history with this person. She is also one of my... Okay. Well, I stand by what I said. Okay? You know, people don't get to lay claim to somebody that they choose to not spend their life with. Okay? That's just how it goes. All right? That's my feeling. Now, I think if we're going to do it, like, if you're going to choose to be with somebody, you do it honorably. You know, you don't hide or sneak around so other people can find out, because that's not good. That's not how you do things. You do it the right way. But I think that's fucking bullshit. Like, you know, you're going to not be with somebody that you have clearly a strong borderline soulmate connection to because someone else had a complicated history with them, when they were like 20 years old? Big fucking deal, all right? That really pisses me off, all right? If someone chooses to not be in a relationship with you, they're in turn saying that they're allowing you to be with someone else. So his feelings are mutual. He has feelings for you. But the holdup is a lot of choices around like external shit, like endings. Just go for it, all right? This looks really strong. This looks like a strong connection. I don't want to pull any more cards. I don't feel like I'm supposed to. But let me just ask you a hypothetical, okay? This is just hypothetical. But just humor me. This is for everybody. Let's say that this person that you in your friend group you have a super strong connection with. Let's call it a soulmate connection. Let's say hypothetically, this is the person that you could really, and again, I'm not trying to plant stuff in your head, but let's say this is the person that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with, that you could truly be happy with, marry, spend the rest of your life with. Like, this is your person. Does it really fucking matter what like a friend, what an external party, a friend, is gonna have to say about that? Like, somebody that's not gonna be with you the rest of your life? That's the thing. It's like we need to stop validating or being worried about what people think who really will not be in our life forever. And we'll show you very quickly whether or not they will. Because if somebody's going to turn on you that fast out of their own insecurity, why the fuck would you want someone like that in your life? So at the end of the day, who are we going to pick? Are we going to pick the person that makes us happy, that we love, that we could see ourselves growing old with? Or are we going to pick what other people think to make them happy? So go for it. If you feel, I would say have a conversation with him first. Clearly he wants to. Okay? See if you guys feel the same about each other, which it seems like you do. And then, clear the air with your friend. And I can help you with that, because I know that might not be an easy conversation, but because obviously you have friends who might get triggered, but they need to grow the fuck up. And I think there's a way you can have that conversation compassionately, but also kind of put them in check if you need to. Because you're allowed to be empathetic and compassionate for what happened between this person and your friend. But again, people don't get to like lay claim to someone that they are not in a relationship with or will not be with, you know? You're welcome. You're welcome, Amanda. I mean, it's a clear message. I mean, damn, the older I get, I just hold no space for people who like want to, I don't know, like any group dynamic where you feel like you can't make choices for yourself out of like judgment. I just don't really respect other people like that. Like, you know, I mean, I get it. Like, if I broke up with somebody and one of my friends started dating her afterward, yeah, it would kind of make me feel a certain type of way. But there's always like a threshold. You know what I mean? I mean, as long as they're not jumping into the relationship right after, and I know that I don't want to be with that person, like, I mean, who cares? You know? Who cares if I mean, who cares if somebody's with someone else if you made the decision that that wasn't the right person for you? It's crazy. Yeah. Well, again, Amanda, you'll find out real quick if this mutual friend is actually a friend or not, you know? I mean, because I have a group of friends that I feel very fortunate to have that I've been friends with really since I was like 9 years old. And there's quite literally like there's no gossip or any drama that would ever prevent all of us from being like from staying really close friends. And they're actually really the only people in my life who wholeheartedly supported me when I started doing this. Everybody else did not, I could say. Literally everybody else. So, real friends will support and celebrate your choices that make you happy. They're not gonna like ostracize you or try to make you feel like you're making the wrong choice or try to fucking gaslight you for doing things that make you happy because it's not what they want you to do. That's not how it works. Hey, Lauren, it's great to meet you. I think you're new. I'm Stefan. Thanks for finding my show. Okay, Samantha. Yeah, Lauren, there's a couple people in front of you. Samantha's up, and then we can do you after that. Um, Lauren, where are you chatting with us from? You want to know if Francisco really wants to know you and have a relationship with me? What are his feelings? Okay. All right, Samantha, let's take a look. Guys, no problem. Guys, I'm at like an hour and 20 minutes. You like the scruff, Zay? Thank you. That's sweet of you to say. Yeah, as you know, keep I usually keep it pretty shaved. So, guys, I'm just gonna take a 5 minute stretch break. All right, just to move around, and then we'll come back and we'll keep going. I'm gonna do a really long stream tonight, I think. So, yeah. So everybody, just hang tight. I'm just gonna take 5. I'm gonna let my dog Indy out. But yeah, guys, please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps my show. Oh, UK, great. And as a lot of you know, my show is completely free and it always will be. It does run on your donations, whether it's a couple bucks or whatever you're comfortable with. So please donate if you can. It means a lot to me. And in my video description, top right corner of my live stream, you can donate. I think there's 3 or 4 ways to donate in my video description, and there's links. So, okay, we'll be right back. No, Amanda, he's a Great Pyrenees, but they're very similar. Very similar. I know, yeah, pretty much like every country in Europe has their own livestock guardian dog. So, okay, I will be right back. Hey. Hey, do you have to go out? Come on, come on, come on. Okay, we're back. Okay. All right, Samantha. Thanks for waiting. Oh, let me just get some more coffee. 1 second. Okay. Okay. Okay, Samantha, you still with us? What deck should I use? I think I'm going to use this deck for you. Marianne, I think Scruff, I think she was talking about my facial hair. Okay, let's give it one more shuffle. Okay, Samantha, are you still here? I think we might have lost her. Okay, well, we can go to Lauren if Lauren's still here. Queen of Moons, hi. Nice to meet you. I think you're new here. I'm Stefan. Where are you chatting with us from? Ooh. Thanks for finding my show. Portugal, como vai? Eu aprendo português. Meu português muito mal. Falo português. Very nice. Muito bom. See, I'm okay. Okay, Lauren. What's on your mind? Well, it's great to have you, Queen of Moons. The accent isn't bad at all. Good. I'm glad to hear it. In truth, I actually learned my Portuguese from Brazilians, so it's not Portugal Portuguese, it's Brazilian Portuguese. Okay, Lauren. You're interested in love? Okay. Hey, Crystal. Are there any changes in love? Changes. Lauren, how long have you been single for? A lot of times it really just requires us to put ourselves out there, maybe in a different way. Sure, Queen of Moons. I'd be happy to pull cards for you after Lauren. Ooh. Ooh. Lauren. Your last relationship was rough, wasn't it? I feel like a part of you still kind of wounded from that. Did you get cheated on? What happened? Crystal, it's great to see you. We have a couple people in front of you, so if you don't mind waiting, I do my best with the order. So, and guys, for everyone, as you all know, my readings are always free. If you'd like to donate, I'll always move you to the front of the list, so you don't have to wait. Zay, yes, we have Lauren, Queen of Moons. We have Samantha. Actually, so it'd be Lauren, then Samantha, then Queen of Moons, then Crystal. Okay. All right, Lauren. Anything new coming in? All right, Lauren, this is what I have for you, hon. And then we'll do, I'll pull a really quick card on career if you want to tell me what's going on with your career. Because I always require some context and backstory so I can give you proper messages. Listen, Lauren. I know that there's a lot of readers and there's a lot of channels who are going to promise you every month that you're going to find love magically and $1 million, okay? We all know that's not how real life works, okay? I don't think this means you're going to be alone forever, but I mean, what this is telling me right now, very clearly, right now, I think, I mean, I mean, you definitely know deep down. I think you have a little bit more healing to do from whatever happened before. I think there's still some real sense of, I think there's some real wounds and maybe kind of like a fear of being abandoned again or hurt again subconsciously that that might be preventing you from really finding a new person right now. I know this isn't the happiest message, but it's, I mean, it's a real one. I mean, it's one that I can identify with. But yeah, this is, listen, this is really beautiful. I know this isn't happy, but this is like a, this is such like a real, like very raw reading. I think I think there's some abandonment wounds here, or like a fear of rejection. And holding on to that stuff absolutely affects us from finding new love. How can she work on this? Lauren, I think you need to get your confidence back. I think you need to really like get your spark back. And I think it actually is going to come through starting to like take action and do things that you feel like inspired by and passionate about. I almost think that the way that you can help yourself work through this is through things that you feel in alignment with, maybe even something with work or career. But I think the last relationship really made you lose some of your confidence or self-worth, which we can all identify with. And it's really hard to start a new relationship when we're still in that energy, because the second we fall for somebody or we start getting feelings, you know what we're going to do? We're going to start to develop unhealthy attachments, like that we're going to be cheated on again or like broken up with. And we really need to heal that part of it ourselves before we can have a good relationship with someone else, or else a lot of times we can fuck it up, you know? Hmm. How long ago did your relationship end? Thanks, Zay. And I know we have a lot of people, so I'm going to try to not spend a ton of time on a lot of these, but um, damn. What should she be pursuing? Yeah. I think you have Lauren, I think you have some cycles that need to close out, like emotional cycles, like finding ways to really release and let go. Can you just very quickly, because I don't want to leave you on this note. You're welcome. Hey, I've been there too, you know? We all have. What's going on with work for you? Like, are you working? Um, if not, what are you interested in pursuing? Because I can do a career read, but to me, tarot doesn't always have a lot of functionality or use unless we're kind of tethering it to something like intentionally in our life to see if it's right for us or how we get there, you know? Because if I say, oh, your money's going to improve, that's going to make you feel good for a second, but then you're going to be like, wait, how? You know, we always need to tie something, or tie it to something like rooted in. Okay. Where do you work at? And what is the work? Are you happy doing the work? Like what do you enjoy doing? What are you passionate about? Mm, okay. Mm. I see that work's unstable. This is very interesting. I don't think this job emotionally fulfills you at all. I mean, right when I said I think you need to ask yourself what you're passionate about, the Ace of Wands came out. I feel like there's a lot of conflict at work. It seems like really unhealthy. I don't know where you work or what it is, but this is what I want to tell you. You're not stuck there. And I think you have a lot of ideas in your head of other things you want to pursue or could pursue. I think you're afraid to at least explore them. And I think you should, because I actually think it going really well for you, okay? You're not stuck where you are at work, all right? I mean, you seem like a very creative person. I feel like there's ways you can really use that. I'm seeing a lot of energy of maybe you should pursue something new or look at something new if you're feeling uninspired. And that's part of the King of Wands energy, Lauren. The King of Wands, and this is I mean, this is the masculine court card I identify with the most. His, like, whatever he's passionate about, his work, it always has to be something that feels like it's in alignment with like who he is, like spiritually, like it can't just be a job. He has to feel a real like connection to it. That's how he gets inspired. That's how he creates excitement and confidence, because it's something that like fuels him. He's also somebody that a lot of people respect, and listen to. Like he's a leader. Um, like he's somebody who can create like a lot of excitement around like a cause. So make choices with confidence, not out of fear, okay? And I'm not telling you to quit your job tomorrow. But if you're not happy there and you're feeling like it's unstable, don't just reduce yourself to saying that's all you can have, all right? We always have the power to create some change, and go after what we want. You know, don't be afraid to go after something new. That should excite you. And you know what? If you do, and it actually makes you feel better, damn, that's gonna help heal your love life. Okay? I promise you, it's going to make you feel more confident in your choices and things you do. And please distance yourself from people who want to fight with you or start shit. That's not good. You're welcome, Lauren. It's really great to meet you. Lauren, and let's stay in touch on Instagram. And I do offer private readings if you're interested, too. Okay. All right, Samantha. Ooh, I'm going to turn the heat up. Hold on. Okay, Samantha, what's the deal with Francisco? Why are you questioning if he wants a relationship with you? Samantha, why are you questioning if he wants a relationship with you? Do you not get good vibes from him? I think I'm going to try to read some reversals. What's going on with this guy before we pull cards? Samantha, did you get my okay, did you hear what I said? Can you tell us why you're concerned about his intentions and feelings? So I'm just reading your comment. No, I'm asking you a question before I pull cards. Why are you concerned about him not really wanting a relationship with you? Like, why are you worried about his intentions? Is this somebody you're dating? All right. So Samantha, please don't take this the wrong way. I don't use tarot for curiosity, okay? So it's not a tool to spy on people because we're curious. Does something feel wrong or off with him? Like, does he not feel like a trustworthy person? Because, I mean, we can tell when we speak with somebody and get to know them if they have good intentions or not, usually. What does Samantha need to know? Tell me about Francisco. What's the mutual energy? Yeah. How does he truly feel? I think you both share a fear of commitment. Somebody's working through some releasing of pain right now. You guys both, I think, want to get to know each other better. Kind of feels like you guys have a misalignment of values, though. I don't know. I would get to know him better. You know, if you're unclear about what his intentions are or his feelings, that's probably an indication you should get to know him better. Yeah. I think I'm not seeing, I mean, I feel like the intentions on his end are to keep it more casual, but that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. I see that. You're not in confidence with yourself when it comes to relationships. I understand. um, I mean, this card is about misalignment. Maybe it's not a great time to get into a relationship if you don't really feel confident. And you know, I would tell you, somebody that you're super into, um, where there's good chemistry, there's real connection. You generally, you know what a green flag for me is? Not feeling like we have to doubt ourselves to like again and again. I'm not trying to be a jerk or point this at you. This is general, like just general my perspective on it. Somebody that you're really feeling good about, like it feels there, is somebody you shouldn't have to pull tarot on right when you start meeting them, okay? Um, but I think maybe this is your energy too. I think you still have some, I just don't think you're there yet. So I'm not telling you to tell him to kick rocks, but it seems like something's off between you two. And if you're not ready to trust, then you shouldn't start a relationship with somebody, because that's not fair to him, you know? But maybe just get to know him better. That's what I would tell you. Something just doesn't seem like it's clicking between the two of you, though, right now. I don't know. The shared energy was strange. It was like, yeah. Thank you, Marianne. Okay, Queen of Moons, are you still here? Oh, okay. Hey, Lena, nice to meet you. All right, Queen of Moons, what's on your mind? Damn, I can't believe it's only 6:30 here in New York. It feels so dark and like late already. Guys, please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps my new show. And please feel free to donate too. Are you asking me if you should take a pregnancy test? Queen of Moons, why the hell would you ask me that? What if I tell you no? Yes, you should. If you feel like you need to ask a tarot reader, you absolutely should. Do you feel like you're pregnant? Because you know what I can promise you? If you think you're pregnant, it's instant, it's like 100% more effective and accurate than asking a tarot reader, a pregnancy test. Do you think you're pregnant? All right, go take, yes, you should. That's my answer. I don't need divination for that, okay? Go take one. And then we can relitigate this topic once you find out, okay? Why are you afraid? How old are you, by the way? How old are you? Don't apologize. It's okay. You don't need to apologize. Stefan, the living pregnancy test. Yeah. I do have very strong swimmers. Okay. So you did take one and it's negative. Okay. That's good. So I'd say you're not pregnant then. I mean, I think they're 99% accurate. You're welcome, Samantha. You're in a journey to get pregnant. Okay. Are you married? Is this with the guy that you're with? You guys are trying to have a child? Hmm. Okay. Well, hey, it's okay if it's negative. Just try again. Try again. Yeah, we hope if you want to get pregnant, we're all sending you our love, all right? Queen of Moons, you know what the Stefan advice is if you want to get pregnant? You just have to have a lot of sex, all right? Just have a lot of sex every day, and I'm sure you'll get pregnant soon. Okay. It's okay. You don't have to apologize for asking. Truthfully, Queen of Moons, you're not the first person to ask me that, believe it or not. So, I mean, I actually had somebody ask me if she was pregnant. So, damn. What do I need to know for? Is that real? I think you might have 2 kids. Or twins. I think you might have twins or 2 kids. Okay. All right, stop pulling cards on if you're pregnant. None of that. Go take a test, okay? That's not what tarot's for, okay? Listen, that is not what tarot is used for. It's not used as a tool to see if you're pregnant or not, or going to, okay? Go take a test, and you will have children. I can sort of promise you, all right? Sure, Crystal. You're welcome. Obrigado. De nada. Sure, Lena. I have a couple people in front of you, but absolutely. And it's nice to meet you. Where are you chatting with us from? I'm Stefan. And guys, please hit the thumbs up button. And please donate to the show. I'll always move you to the front of the line if you're kind enough to donate, even if it's only a few dollars. There's a few ways to donate in my video description. So, and it means a lot to me. All right, Crystal. Nothing specific on your mind? All right, let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get my other deck for you, Crystal. Hold on. 1 second. Okay. I don't know. I just felt called. This is actually the first tarot deck I've ever gotten, or I ever got. I don't know. I haven't pulled cards with it in like months. Let's see. Crystal, remind me where you're from, and can you tell us a little bit about yourself? You said a Malaysian old man got into your PayPal, um, and stole it. Otherwise, you donate. I think I know that Malaysian guy. I think he tried to catfish me on a dating site. Okay. Okay, Crystal. Single mom. Love it. Me too. All right. Shuffle. What happened? You said you're trying to move on? No, that was probably you. You're funny. I mean, I'd be honored if you catfished me, Amanda. All right. Spirit. Okay. Tell me about Crystal. All right. Okay. Recent past. I feel like did something happen in the recent past? I get you really trying to like protect your energy and your boundaries against somebody who won't leave you alone. What's present? Okay. I see what you want to create. I mean, I see you really trying to create peace in your life, like emotional fulfillment, stability. And I actually see you doing that, taking little steps. Okay, that's what this is. Okay. Yeah, I'm really sorry. Ugh, that makes me fucking sick. I'm so sorry, Crystal. I'm glad you're okay. Damn. I've just, I have no respect for any man who like puts his hands on a woman like that. That makes me fucking sick. Like hearing about that is like the one thing that makes me want to like pop out of my nonviolent phase. I see that, and I actually think things are going to start turning around. I think you're going to start having more stability. Oh, that's nice. Huh. This is nice. Okay. I actually, Tell me, is this King of Cups? Ooh. Does she know this person? Is this Crystal? Okay. I actually think you might have somebody new coming in your life soon. Hey, Josie. I actually think you have somebody new coming in your life soon. I really do. Heavy Pisces Scorpio energy. Could be a water sign. It's somebody who's very emotionally grounded. Very like I'm getting like I mean opposite energy as Knight of Swords. Somebody who really wants to be very like generous with you. I think you want to take a leap towards it. I think you're on the fence, but I see it actually being okay in the future. I see it going okay. I do, like really good. This person has their shit together. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Near future energy looks really positive. Hey, Marissa, it's nice to meet you. All right, Crystal. I think I had to yell at you last time. Not that I want to yell at you. But it's okay to grieve and take time to heal, but I think it's extremely unhealthy for you to grieve what could have been, okay? You should like grieve that you had to go through that. All right? There's like no excuse to be treated like that, okay? And a lot of times we get trauma bonded to people who fucking hurt us. All right? It's not love. All right? And I just want to let you know, people who uh, like guys who fucking like hit women and abuse them are not people that change, okay? It will happen again. So stay the fuck away from that guy. Yeah. Well, I can promise you not everybody's like that. I can promise you who's not like that. This guy. This is not it's not somebody who's abusive, all right? And I'm really sorry you had to go through that. You have a lot of good things coming in that you've been manifesting, and I actually suspect it's because you did right by yourself. I mean, I got the World card as the last card out. You have somebody that's really going to take care of you and like protect you, protect your feelings. All right, you're on the right track. Keep creating what you want for yourself, okay? And rather than grieve what you had to go through, like be proud of yourself for getting out of that. That takes a lot of courage. All right? I mean, whether you've emotionally abusive relationship, physically abusive, takes a lot of courage to distance yourself from situations that we know aren't healthy. You know, a lot of times people are more comfortable in toxic dynamics. It's what they're used to. How do you feel proud of yourself? By doing right by yourself, by respecting yourself, by not putting yourself around people who don't treat you well. Yeah. I mean, you got your child out of that. That's what you should fucking be proud of. You should be so proud of yourself. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's it's tough when people really hurt us. I mean, the tough part is having like the courage and the strength to not let them change us, Um, it's really tough. A lot of people don't know how to do it. I mean, when somebody like that we love like really hurts us or betrays us, it does a lot. It really does a lot of damage to you, to how we view relationships, like how we feel about ourselves. The strength comes from learning the lesson of what we went through, not forgetting it, um, using it to become wiser, you know, and in some ways, not letting it change us at our core. Like, your ability to love unconditionally, to be kind to somebody, to be able to trust somebody, but that comes through experience of, again, respecting yourself, knowing when to walk away, understanding maybe, I mean, in my case, being able to understand like patterns of the type of people I gravitate towards. So, and it takes time, but you will get there. You will. I mean, damn, it's hard for anybody to really learn anything about themselves without going through some serious trauma or pain. That's where I've learned the most about myself. So I'm really grateful to all those horrible women that I dated. Yeah. Why did he come into your life? It's hard to say. There's no right or wrong answer. Um, I think people come into our lives to teach us things about ourselves. I mean, if you're one who believes in past life karma, I mean, I think, there's a part of me, like a deep knowing that, I think we just keep coming back, like lifetime after lifetime until we learn the lessons, you know? And some of them are hard to learn, which is why we go through one relationship and we find ourselves involved with somebody quite similar right after. It's understanding patterns within ourself. So we're proud of you, though. You should be proud of yourself. And honestly, I hearing about that makes me want to go knock that guy's fucking teeth out for you, because that makes me sick. But I won't. Yeah, fuck that guy. That guy must have such low self-esteem. I mean to to treat a woman like that, it's pretty sad. I mean, there's just no possible way that that guy is good in bed. Anybody who anybody like that, anybody who treats women like that, there's just no possible way that guy's even a good lay. So at least you can find someone else. King of Cups is definitely so. All right. All right, who's next? Oh, you're sweet. You're welcome, Crystal. Amanda, you're funny. I'd say you didn't, but don't take my word for it. Um, Lena, Sri Lakshmi, feelings towards you? What's going to happen in our relationship? Are you guys still in a relationship? What do you mean what's going to happen? Josie, remind me where you live again. I'm trying to think the last time you were here. Okay. So you guys broke up. Okay. Can I ask how long you dated for? And how long you've been separated for? Lena? Ohio. We have a lot of White Dog Tarot collective members from Ohio. I can't tell if tarot's just really popular in Ohio, or like if I'm just well received there. Yeah, no, I understand you broke up. How long were you guys together? And how long has it been since you separated? Or how long have you guys been broken up for? And how long were you guys together? Well, I'm glad you caught me, Josie. You know, you can set a notification for when I stream. I have been streaming pretty much every day, so the algorithm, right, Zay, for sure. Okay, you dated for 9 months. How long have you been separated? How long have you been broken up for? Lena, that's a long time to be separated, hun. Why are you still holding on to this guy? That's a long time. And why would you want somebody who doesn't want you? Love is supposed to be reciprocated. It's all right. I love caps, Josie. Really bumps up the energy in the chat. Lena, why would you? That's a long time. Don't you think it'd be better for you to move on? I mean, that's a really long time. Why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with you? Okay. You still talk? All right. Listen, I don't have all the answers, and I'm certainly not a therapist, Lena, but from my perspective, that seems kind of unhealthy, okay? You know what it seems like? It seems like it's not helping you move on with your life. And I bet I would almost guarantee he's dating other people. It seems like he's just kind of breadcrumbing you a little bit, maybe. I don't like that. I think that's really unhealthy. I think you're actually doing more damage by talking to him regularly because you're telling him that it's okay like to have this with you when he obviously knows you want to get back with him. I think that's really fucking unhealthy. Okay, Lena, I'm going to give you some advice, okay? I'm going to give you Stefan advice. And I've said this before. Someone came on the show and said that they got a message from a psychic who claims to be 99% accurate. I'm not going to make up any statistics about myself, but I think I'm usually pretty on the nose when it comes to advice on this. I'm definitely not batting 100, but Lena, I'm going to give you some advice, and you can take my advice or you can ignore it and keep yourself in this exact situation, okay? Lena, if you want something to change with this guy, you need to do something different. So, what I'm going to suggest to you will change something with a dynamic with him. Now, you need to be confident about it. And also, it comes from you respecting yourself. If he reaches out to you again, this is what you should say to him. Listen, we've been separated for 5 months. I'm really trying to move on with my life, and I'm realizing that talking to you is not helping me do that. It seems like you don't want a relationship with me, so I'm going to have to move on and ask that you stop talking to me. Because it seems like you're not interested in having a relationship. Okay? You need to set some fucking boundaries. And you need to take access away. You need to take access away from this guy. This guy thinks he has access to you. I mean, he's not that fucking clever. He's trying to keep you around as an option while he sees if he can find someone better. He's trying to keep you on the hook. And it's working. So it's called the takeaway, all right? Don't let him have access to you. You need to say, listen, I'm realizing that this is not really good for me talking to you. And I actually do really want to move on and have a relationship with somebody who wants to be with me. So, it seems like that's not what you're interested in. So I'm going to have to move on and ask that we don't communicate anymore, because it seems like you don't know what you want. And then you have to honor it, okay? I'm going to actually guarantee that this guy's tune changes really quick once you start setting some boundaries and respecting yourself. This guy feels very predictable to me, all right? And he also feels like he wants what he can't have. So you got to move on from this guy. I feel like he's using you as like an energetic crutch, all right? And again, why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with you? You know? That's fucked up. That's not love, okay? Somebody should fucking protect your feelings, protect your heart. Like, want to be there for you the first time, okay? I mean, unless he's made it really clear, hey, I only want to maintain a friendship with you, that's it. If he's been clear about that, then that's on you to determine if you can do that, but it feels like you can't. But what I don't want you to do is hang on and just wait. He's not going to come back to you if you stay in this situation. I'm telling you that. Let's call that prophetic, okay? And it's also keeping you stuck for 5 months. That's crazy. You need to fucking stand on business with him and say, listen, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You know, you obviously are not interested in dating me. I want to move on with my life and find someone I can be happy with. And it's not helping me move on by talking to you. All right? But you can't do it as a bluff, okay? You have to do it with real intention because it's the right thing to do for yourself. So, Lena, because I care about you, I'm not going to fucking pull cards on this guy, okay? Because I know exactly what I'm going to see. Somebody who wants to be single, who's entertaining other people, and who's trying to fucking string you along to make him feel good about himself. Like to boost his ego. All right? And in turn, like degrading you, like making you feel worse about yourself. All right? I'd never treat a woman like that. Like break up with her and intentionally stay in contact. That's unhealthy. And it's also cruel. And manipulative. It's super fucking manipulative. Because Lena, one day, if you allow this to continue just like this, you're going to stay stuck until he meets somebody and marries them and like gets into a serious relationship, and then you just never hear from him again. All right? So like don't allow yourself to get sucked into that. That's far too long. No more fucking watching tarot on this guy. I'm serious. All right? Please. All right? And every woman in this chat, I'm sure will agree with me on that. And you know what? When you start to do that, or when you do, there's a chance, and again, I am not trying to get your hopes up, because honestly, I don't want you to get back with this guy. I really don't. But there's a chance that when you fucking stand on business with him and you're firm about it, and you don't cave the second he texts you 2 days later, like something bullshit, like, hey, you set boundaries and you keep them until he says something of real substance to you. There's a chance he might actually like panic and try to come back. If he does, I mean, do you really want somebody that you have to fucking be, you have to push away like that for them to like see you for who you are? But I mean, he's got to respect you. But you have to, I mean, you have to respect yourself. Okay? You know, for me the rule is like what somebody's doing to me. And obviously we have to give a little bit of we have to give people a little bit of grace, but like what someone's doing to me, would I ever do that to someone that I cared about? And if the answer is fuck no, why would you ever want to be with somebody who's not going to treat you the way that you treat them? That's like a value thing. She, okay. Same. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say he. She. Now again, Lena, I couldn't possibly understand like the depths of what your relationship was. We just met. And if you're not telling me something, that's different. But like if she was clear, like very clear with you, like, hey, like when you guys broke up, that she just wants to be friends and that's it. Again, that's different. That's on you. Okay? But I would give you the same advice that it's obviously not helping you. It's keeping you stuck. Hey Danielle, it's great to meet you. I think you're new here. I'm Stefan. Oh no, your dog? Your dog Teddy? What happened to Teddy? What happened to your dog? Okay. Um, funny enough, Danielle, I actually used to work at a veterinary hospital. Um, Not that that makes me an expert at all. Okay, this is what I would say. Tick-borne illnesses can be tested for, okay? So hopefully you shared that with your vet. Um, if you're, you know what? You probably didn't even need to. Unless this guy's like the worst veterinarian in the world, they almost always run blood tests for like Lyme, for tick-borne stuff. Um, so they would be able to tell pretty quickly. And really the only thing that dogs can contract from, okay. Um, Veterinary medicine's pretty straightforward. Like there's a lot of expensive tests, which I'm sure you've had the honor of experiencing. And they do x-rays, and then they can tell pretty quickly what it is, you know. Um, so I wouldn't give you this advice if it was like human medicine, but like um, I'm sure what veterinarian's telling you is probably correct. If you feel like you're questioning it, maybe go see a different doctor, but okay. I'm really sorry though. Yeah. I mean, that sounds really serious. Teddy. Damn, I just got chills. Hey, listen, I don't know if your dog's gonna be okay, but just know that he fucking loves you, alright? So much. Alright? Just know that he loves you. Yeah. Oh, God. Damn, I feel like he's like I feel like he's like your spirit guide. He loves you so much. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of messages. I don't want to make you sad, though. He loves you, okay? I think you just need to kind of go with this and see what happens. But it might cost you a lot of money. So I think you intuitively know, Danielle. That's what I'm getting from the cards. I think you might just need to surrender and just kind of accept what's happening. Um, I don't know. I don't know if he has a ton of time, okay? God damn it. Why are all the dog readings so sad? I'm like start crying. All right, god damn it, Danielle. All right. Listen, it's okay. He loves you, all right? They're always with us. And you know, dogs don't look at death like we do, okay? They don't. You just want him to be happy and comfortable. That's it. And if his life is total shit, like because of his health issues, you know, we don't want to keep them alive for us because a lot of times they're happier, like just watching over us, like in spirit form, you know? Yeah, I was gonna ask you if I feel like you hold him like this a lot. Is he like like brown and white? Like brown with white feet? Or like tanned, light tan or with white? He's got like brown eyes. I don't know, I just got that. Yeah. Hmm. Sorry, I worked I worked for a veterinarian who was like brilliant, but I think he had um I forget. What's like the neuro can anybody recall the neurodivergent condition where I guess it's kind of like autism, where you struggle with um like people, you just kind of say whatever you want. Um like a lot of times people can be very cold or blunt. Not Tourette's. Um Asperger's. Yeah. Um I've got some good stories. Freedom of speech. You're funny, Josie. Yeah, Asperger's. I had I have some very funny stories. We'll save them for another day, though. Okay, Danielle, we love you, and we love Teddy. Two things always move you to the front of the list on my show: donations and questions about dogs. So. Do you guys want to? I've I've had dogs since I was like a little boy. Do you guys want to know what I have planned? I have every one of my dogs that I've had since I was a baby cremated, and I'm saving. I have all of their ashes, and when I die, I'm gonna be buried with every dog that I've ever had, so I can have a dog army in the afterlife. Actually, I actually think I told some girl that on a dating app, and she unmatched from me. She unmatched with me after I told her that. Okay. All right, who's next? Guys, I think I'm going to take another quick 5 so I can keep my vigor up at maximum strength here. I need to go stretch. You'd still match? Thanks, Josie. Guys, I'm just going to stretch for another few minutes, then we'll do Josie's question. Don't use dating apps? Well, I'm still single, so maybe there's something to that. I haven't had a lot of success with my last 2 girlfriends on dating apps. Okay, guys, give me 5, and then we'll keep going. Everybody stretch, take a break. Stay. Okay. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Guys, we're almost hitting 3 hours. Hey, cut that out. Hi. Oh, do you guys want to meet my other? Come here. I always introduce you to Indy. Come here. This is Bodhi. Hi. Bodhi's even bigger. Hi. Bodhi's the biggest Great Pyrenees I've ever met. He, in his prime, he was like 160 pounds. Hi. Okay. All right. Who's up? Oh, guys, 1 second. I'm getting a text message. Hold on. 1 second. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. All right, Josie, what's on your mind? What deck do I want to use? I think I want to use this deck. Okay. Yeah, what's on your mind? Oh, yeah, and for everybody just tuning in, I do offer private readings. I do hour readings for 75 and half an hour readings for 40 if anyone's interested. Why is everyone playing on your soul? Because you have great energy, obviously. Let's see what your secret powers and hidden strengths are, Josie, that the universe wants you to know about. That'll probably give us some insight to your question, too. Okay. Let's see. All right, Spirit. Tell me about Josie's secret powers, hidden strengths. Okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Can I get another one? Oh my gosh. Wow, Josie, you're like unkillable. Like you literally have like a like a spirit that can't be broken. Such like badass wounded warrior energy. I love this deck, by the way. You're like, I love this. I relate to this a lot. I feel like the trauma and the pain and loss that you go through, that's actually what like transforms you and makes you stronger. Like that's actually what keeps building you up, even though it's painful and it sucks to go through. It's like your wounds are your strength. They're like fucking battle scars that you wear like proudly. Makes you like unkillable. You also get a lot of attention. People regard you very highly too. Um, let's see. Good words, eh? Tell me a little bit more about Josie. Wow. This is intense. I think that you operate like at your full potential when you're really in your like action taking like energy, like taking inspired action towards things that feel like they're in alignment with you. Um, it's funny. I mean, the Empress is all about receiving, letting back, having things come to her. The Empress or the Emperor is all about like action, taking inspired action, um, going after things that he believes to be right. You definitely have your own set of convictions that maybe are different than like conventional ones, but not bad. When you go after things in like in a real way, they tend to work out for you. You tend to have success. Do you have water or fire in your chart? Hey, Marlene. Wow. So just so much confirmation. I'm getting the same cards. You have a ton of major arcana in your energy for your secret powers. You manifest and create the most success and positivity, like literally on the coattails of pain and bad experiences. It like fuels you to create. When you fully step into it though, I think where you can focus more on, I think it's just that actually. I think it's being focused. Um, I think sometimes you don't know what you want to create or put your energy into for yourself. So to me, this is reading like understanding what you want to go after and not doubting it, understanding what you want to create and then going after it in like a real way, and you'll get it. You'll get it for sure. Yeah, you have this way of like alchemizing and transmuting um pain into power, into like fortitude. You can be a little bit prideful, I think. Sometimes I think you tend to make decisions from your ego. And I think maybe letting go of some of the control things. I think sometimes you try to control how things go, like your forward movement. And I think it's, again, just taking the action towards it, trying to release some aspects of control, to just like the flow of things, but just making sure that you're still like in alignment with what you want to go after with things. Awesome energy, Josie. Hey, Dev. Who fucking said that being a single mom would be your downfall? I'm a single mom. I hate when people tell me I can't do something. And Josie, just remember, it's okay to fuel yourself through, like, let's call it proving other people wrong, but that can't be your driving force, because sometimes that's going to lead to the wrong success. So you go after something because it's right, despite how other people feel. Dev, Dev, I just want to comment. I saw what you wrote. Yeah, I did tell you that everything would work out better than expected. But do you remember when I said that a week ago? Okay? There's no magic switch that flips on, man. It takes work and commitment, okay? And it seems like you are not doing what you need to do to try to move yourself forward. All right? It seems like you're allowing yourself to just be anxious and stuck every night. All right? Dev, I think you need to let go of the notion of like of time, okay? You know, there is no time. There's only moments, if you will, okay? There's only moments. When you're focused and hyperfixated on something happening, you're taking away from being present, which like strips you of your peace. It strips you away from your moment, okay? I'm going to tell you this one more time, okay? And you're going to hate this advice. It's going to hurt. But I think that's something that we all need sometimes, okay? I think it's important that you tell yourself and accept never seeing her again, okay? Not because it may or may not happen, but you need to accept that as your reality so you can move forward, all right? Josie, thanks for letting me do your reading. I mean, well, anxiety can feel like chest pain, but I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not here to give you medical advice. Maybe you needed to sleep. Dev, I think you're just going through some depression, man, which is normal. I just, I get worried that you don't have a support system to get yourself out of it right now, you know? I mean, again, it's okay to process like feeling sad and upset. It takes a while to get over tough breakups. But I mean, are you gonna just, you can't just give up your own life and your own autonomy to just keep yourself stuck in this energy. So, dude, maybe go take a trip somewhere. Go on a vacation. Get out of town for a couple days. Go do something to clear your head. Because she's on your mind a lot. That's why. I don't believe you. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Dude, you're going through a lot, you know? Sounds like you got a lot on your plate right now, too, with school. So, okay, guys. You know what? Are there any other chat questions? We're just hitting 201 minutes. So I think maybe, yeah, we're hitting over 3 hours. I think maybe I'm gonna call it for the day. You could, Zay. Absolutely. Actually, no, I don't think you could, truthfully. Hey, Namira. Sure, Marlene. Yeah, maybe we'll finish up with one more question with Marlene. Yeah. What are you going to do with a political science degree? I mean, what's like the dream? Like if everything breaks right, what's a dream political science major job? Sheldon. Let's see. How does he feel? Let's see, Marlene. Should I use tarot? All right, Marlene. I think he's a little intimidated by you, Marlene. I think he's a little intimidated by you. I think he feels like you don't need him. Maybe he's intimidated by your friend group. I think he sees you as being really independent. I don't know, I think this guy might have a little bit low self-esteem. Yeah, I don't know, I think he's a little intimidated by you. I don't know why. One more. Yeah. I think he's working up the courage to make his way towards you. Okay. He acts like he doesn't need you. That would make sense if he's insecure. He feels like that's how he has to be, because that's how he feels about you. Try to wrap your head around that. I think he's projecting. He's still sad about something. He's still feeling sad or disappointed about something. I think he's insecure, though. That's probably why he does it. So, if you actually give a shit about him, you should just try to have some real conversations with him. All right? Nobody's got time for games. It's funny that you said that, though. I mean, he's literally trying to like mirror how he sees you back onto you, kind of. Hey, Sophia. Sophia, it's so great to meet you. I think you're new. It's really great to meet you. I'm Stefan, by the way. I think I'm probably gonna end the stream. I'm at like 3 hours, so he's not allowing you to talk to him. Marlene, I'd move on. I don't know. He doesn't. He seems kind of insecure, and I don't know what's going on with him. I would truthfully, I don't know how much time I'd invest. um, Dev, daily advice. Dev, wake up in the morning and spend 5 minutes doing some meditation, okay, and breath work. And I want you to wake up and think of a couple things that you're grateful for before you start your day while you're meditating. All right, just 5 minutes practicing gratitude for things going well in your life. That's your daily advice, okay? Because that's what I need you to focus on. All right, well, if you go to work after waking up, I'm sure you can spend 5 minutes before. 2. And you don't have to take my advice, but I've been in moments that you're in now, and that's a good place to start to help rewire your mindset. Okay, I want you to focus on the things you have and what you're grateful for. And that's your daily advice, my friend. How will you show being grateful? It's not about showing. It's about taking a moment to look at things that you're grateful for that you have and stop focusing on what's going wrong. Like, I'll wake up and be grateful. I mean, when I do it, my gratitude is having a house to sleep in. Um, it's being grateful for getting to experience love, getting to experience loss. It's being grateful for my dogs. It's being grateful for the the little bit of money that I have in my bank account that allows me to pay for food. It's being grateful for all the lessons I've learned. Being grateful for my daughter. Being grateful for like all the strength that I've found in myself through a lot of the things I've had to go through. It's whatever you feel grateful for. It's really helpful for me, and it's a good way to look at things from a different perspective instead of focusing on what you don't have. Because I can promise you, man, there's a lot of people in the world who have it a lot worse than all of us, who don't have time or access to a phone or college or a place to sleep, you know, or running water. So Hey, Carla. It's really nice to meet you, and you're absolutely right. Thank you for saying that. I mean, be grateful for what that last relationship taught you about yourself. You like my house? Thank you. Okay, guys. Hey, this was fun. We got some good chat questions and a couple weird ones. Who knows? Hopefully I am a walking pregnancy test. We'll find out from our friend Queen of Moons when she comes back. And Carla, I'm sorry you're catching us right at the end, but it was great to meet you and hope to see you back on my next stream. I stream every day, so. Dev, I know your life's chaotic, but you know what, man? I'm not trying to minimize your personal experiences at all. But you know what? So is everybody else's, dude. Your life is not unique in that regard, okay? You're 22, and I love you, and you're having real life experiences. You wanna know what chaotic? I mean, I'm a single dad who does a free show on YouTube. All right, I have a house. I have responsibility. I have a mortgage. I have bills to pay. All right, we all have things going on in our life, and life isn't supposed to be all good or all bad. It's about the flow. It's about flow. All right. And if things keep going unusually wrong in your life, that's the universe maybe trying to wake you the fuck up to maybe do something different, change your mindset, make an adjustment. All right. And I mean, guys, fucking manifestation, like the root of it is it's what we think. We create our own realities constantly through our own thoughts. And if some of us have powerful minds, we're a lot better at it, for better or worse. But if you are keeping yourself in this cycle of like lack and sadness and expecting things to go wrong for you, what do you think's going to happen? You're creating your own reality. I just did. Can I tell you the right way to manifest? I just did. It's focusing and understanding what you truly want, making sure you want it for the right reasons, and it's not a fucking person. I'll tell you that. That's not how manifesting works. It's recognizing who you are, like stripping down yourself, having the ego death, understanding who you are, what you really want, what makes you happy, making sure it's in alignment with the right intentions. You don't want something for a superficial fucking reason, like money. Well, this is how I manifest. You understand what you want, you know and you believe that it can and will happen, and you remove any other possibility of anything other than just that. And then you take action, real action, like in an inspired way to create that with the mindset. And that's how you fucking manifest, my friend. I am, Christine. I'm about to check out, though. There's no secret, man. Some people are better at it than others, but it takes practice. It takes, again, getting yourself in alignment, like feeling balanced, grounded in your thoughts. You can't manifest anything when you're fucking anxious all the time. And we certainly can't manifest love if we're worried about being hurt, or we're afraid of rejection, or afraid of somebody cheating on us. That's how you manifest weird shit that doesn't make sense. Like the wrong person, the wrong things. Your thoughts and your actions always need to try and be in alignment with one another. I mean, to me, that's how you create the right things. And it's how you push away the things that are not lined up with that vision. People, opportunities, stagnation. You know how you don't manifest? Doing the same shit every day, not making any adjustments, and waiting for things to change or get better. Because if we don't do anything different, you know what happens? Nothing. I was kind of leading you guys on that one. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a great evening, morning, wherever we are in the world. So